Hey Gemini, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be your reading for the first half of February. These are general readings. Please keep that in mind. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you as always guys for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments. I appreciate that. Let's take a look, Gemini. What's going on for the sign of Gemini, February 1st to the 15th? 1st to the 15th. Gemini. Okay, wow. 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun. This is really good. There seems to be a lot of opportunities for you, Gemini. There's a lot of positive things that are kind of showing up for you. It's time for change. Let me just adjust the camera there. It is time for some change here, Gemini, especially if you're feeling like you're lost in this mix of whatever you're doing in your life. If you're feeling like this is not feeling real for me, this is an illusion, this is not emotionally fulfilling you. I think that it's sort of saying, what is it that you need to change, whether that's about yourself or your circumstances, in order to really fulfill the thing that you want for your happiness, for your well-being, for the new beginning that's there. It's there. Ace of Wands, the Sun. I think you're definitely, you guys, Geminis are not like, you're definitely open to exploring and learning and trying new things. And it's like, you're not lazy at this time, I would say, to go and explore the things that are really going to bring in a lot of new beginning energy for you. It's like you need some new spark going on here, Gemini. There is a lot of options here. 7 of Cups, lots of choices. It's kind of at your fingertips. You can pick and choose as you wish in life. If you like doing something that makes you happy, do that. Don't withhold yourself from the dreams or the things that you enjoy doing or that you want to experience doing. The Tower, there's that need for change. Something here feels like it's either falling out, maybe you're suddenly ending something. Let's see what the Tower is. You're realizing here that something just isn't for you. You're realizing this is not a foundation for you any longer. What is that? Let's see, the Tower. Yeah, the 4 of Swords. You're ready for a break. You're ready to put something to rest. You're ready to step aside, step away, and let that go. You could be feeling a little bit exhausted at this time, Gemini. Again, if you're going against your own will, your own joy, if you're doing something that you don't really enjoy or you don't have creative energy in it, it's going to tire you out. It's going to make you feel like lazy, or I said lazy earlier, but it's like you're not going to want to get up and go and do this. So some of you could be in a place where you're starting to get the cues and the signs in life by feeling like when the alarm goes off in the morning, you're like, I don't want to do that. I'm done. So you're just sort of wishing almost that it would end for you somehow, or something would change. I think it might have already done so for some of you. You're definitely ready for some time to new things. You're bored. You're over it is how I want to say it. You're over it. You'd rather just sleep or something, you know? You need to rejuvenate here a little bit. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords in reverse. Some of you may feel like you don't have a lot of choices right now. Some of you may be feeling like I can't make a decision, or I don't know how to make that decision because I'm not really, there's something here that's making you feel you're struggling with it. You're left out in it. But I feel like some of you are in need of a challenge. You're not mentally stimulated. You're not challenged. You're not maybe making these decisions that you want. That 7 of Cups is opening the door for you to start to choose differently. You may have to get a little bit creative. Maybe there's some things that you could create. It may not be so in a box on a shelf to pick up and go. It may be something that you actually put together in this box and wrap it up and deliver it to yourself kind of thing. Yeah, there's like this, let me just clarify this. Five of Pentacles. It's like, I just want a break. You know, you've been struggling at something for long enough. You've been taking on enough challenges. It's like, when can I sit back and relax for a little bit is what I get. That King of Swords in reverse. Like, when can I not have to keep feeling challenged? Yeah, the Hermit. When can I just sit and be by myself and relax, do nothing? So there is something here that you do need some time alone. You do need some time to reflect on your future. But I think that you're in a bit of a stuck energy here. You might have responsibilities or challenges that you don't have a choice in the matter. Maybe you own a business. It's like, I can't just close the door. It's open 9 to 5 to the public. I don't have a choice. And that could be the case for some of you. It's the inability to make the decision. So you almost feel like you're left out of almost like the outside world, or the things that you want to be creating, the things that you want to go look into, because you're kind of like tied to something. So this Hermit is sort of however you find, but I feel like you definitely need some time alone. There's some letting go and walking away at some point here. It's interesting because when I see that Five of Pentacles, it just feels like some of you are saying, you know what? I'm just going to sell everything, and I'd rather live with less. I'd rather be much more simpler. I don't want to have a mortgage. I don't want to have all these obligations, because that could be a form of freedom for you. Not saying you're doing that, or that you have to do that, or that's the easiest thing to do. But sometimes I think that thought might be going through some of your minds, where you're like, I want nothing. I want to just live as simple as I can. And this way I can have the freedom to choose what I want. Because I feel like some of you, you know, we're all working. We're all trying to make a living here. And it's like, freedom is really something where you don't have to be stuck to something else, where you have freedom to choose and do the things you want to do that make you happy every day. So this is definitely in your thinking, but we're trying to figure out, you don't have to go to that extreme. You don't have to turn into a monk here. You might be thinking these things maybe, or a hermit for that matter, but you're definitely gonna reevaluate what it is you need to be happy. What can you live with? What can you live without? How many options do you need in life? Can you minimal? Maybe you're going into a minimalist. Maybe you're really considering minimalism here. What else for Gemini? Let's see what's going on with, whoa. Got a lot of flyers, guys, today for you. There's your 10 of Pentacles. You got another ace. You've got two aces. You got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So again, I think you're getting very clear on what it is that you need. What is abundance to you? Do you really want to fight and combat for that so-called abundance or money? What is abundance to you? I think you are going in a direction of long-term stability and what you need, but that's different for everybody. You're making this decision. I think you're making a decision about what you're doing around financials. How much do you need? What is it that you want? What are you willing to give up to have these things? There's like a reevaluate. There's clarity on your wealth, but there is at the same time, okay, because you go from a 5 to a 10. So you may have a creative thing, or you may find a new job or a new thing in your life, Gemini, that gives you the best of both worlds, more money and more joy, more happiness, okay? There is a bit of this conflict energy where I feel like this is minimalistic energy though, although it's beside a ton of abundance. What is that 5? Let me just see. What's this 5 of Swords? It's like you're getting very clear on your vision of the future, of what all the things that you have. What's the 5 Swords? The Devil. But you're not necessarily, it's like you're just kind of trusting in the process. You're not necessarily attached to it anymore. or you're going through that detachment process. It's like the dance with the devil. You're fighting with the devil. You're fighting with a situation that has a grip on you. And you may have to let this, you might have to say, you know what, devil, you can have it. I don't want that any longer, because he's surrounded by a pentacle. Money. 10 of Pentacles. Money. What are you willing to fight for here that you've got a grip on it? You know, do you need a bigger car every 3 years? Do you need that? Do you need all these things? I think you're reevaluating here what your day-to-day, what you're willing to struggle for, strive for, work for. I think that you're sort of, let me clarify the 10 of Pentacles. What is the 10 of Pentacles for Gemini? Because you're definitely in this clarifying energy of getting a decision and sort of being certain about what you want. I feel like that sword is cutting through a lot of junk, cutting through the cloud, cutting through the nonsense, and you're getting very clear on what you need, what you don't need. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. The 7 of Swords. Yeah, it may not all be what it's cracked up to be. You might realize here that this is just causing more stress. You're feeling... Some of you, okay, side note, some of you may have gone through some kind of financial, like, mishap, loss, theft, dirty money, or something. There is something that your relationship with money is different, maybe because of what you went through. Maybe some of you are like, you know what? I have all these things. I have all this 10 of Pentacles, but it's come at a cost of like 5 credit cards and a massive mortgage and a massive car loan and a line of credit. Some of you might be having a real conflict, and it's money's got a grip on you. And I think there's a time where you're going to be reevaluating how much you value this anymore. It's almost like you could have gotten enticed, you know, that's that devil. It's enticing to get that credit card, or it's enticing to get that thing. And then you realize, man, they grabbed me. Now I'm paying through the nose to pay the interest or whatever. So there's something here that you are making a decision on, that you are saying, I am cutting all of that off. I am not going to live beyond my means. Again, King of Swords is tired. He's in reverse. The Hermit following that. I think you're realizing here, Gemini, this is a time where you're realizing all about the sun, the happiness, the things that are free in life that really bring you joy. You know, the things that you're able to do every day and have the passion to freely choose what you want. The decisions, the creativity, the creative side of you could be getting swallowed up by responsibilities and all these other things that you're forgetting. You know, like I know... anyways, yeah, it's like I work in a health studio. This is just a very random example, but it's almost like the either the wounded healer or the person who's like a teacher of, let's say, yoga, but they can never teach yoga because they're so busy working. They can never enjoy their yoga, their practice, because they're just striving and working all their full-time job. They don't enjoy the thing that actually brings them well-being, happiness, and healing. So there's an evaluation here, Gemini, for you. And it's going to be some drastic changes with this Tower moment, because you're feeling the exhaustion from it and still feeling like it's not enough. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This has a bit of a tough energy, but not. Because at the same time, you can pick and choose now, Gemini, the things that you want, what make you happy. And maybe living in a smaller scale, maybe just whatever that is. Maybe you get a smaller house and a nicer car. Maybe you get a bigger house and a smaller car. I don't know. But you're doing something here that really brings you to, allows you to have the freedom to create the changes and wake up and do your gym, do your yoga, do the things you want to do without being like a slave to your work or to your life. Because I feel like this 10 of Pentacles is surrounded by the Devil, the 7 of Swords, 5 of... It's like that bank machine that comes out with a $20 fee every time you use it. It's like there's money in there, but it comes at a greater expense than you should be willing to fight for that. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm on to these manifesting cards from Esther Hicks because I feel like you are creating a lot of change. You are ready for new things. You're changing your mindset. You're getting a clearer sense of what health and wealth is to you. And you're going to start to make some decisions because I see the dove here and it's like a more peaceful life surrounded by these cards of conflict and devil and attachment and addictions, you know, addicted to work, addicted to the abundance. There's this thing here of like, I'm not doing that fight anymore. I'm not addicted. I'm not white knuckling it anymore to get all of that. Okay. There still is a lot of abundance around you, Gemini, with that 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun. There still is a lot of growth and abundance around. The Sun brings life. And that's what I think you're doing. You're like, I want to have choices to have a life. I want a life for myself. You're missing out on the life that you're realizing that time is flying by. You're like sleeping away time or working away time or struggling away time. And you're realizing like, I've just lost a few years. All of a sudden we're in 2025. Like time is flying. What's the energy for Gemini? I envision more and act less. And it's like, I get from that, less is more. As you take the time to find images in your mind that are pleasing, you will more often achieve vibrational alignment with all the things that you desire. From that alignment, you will experience more inspired ideas and assistance from others. Inspired action is very satisfying and extremely productive. So it's like you're working harder, not smarter. Inspired action right there, Ace of Wands, and all the things that you want is achieving that vibrational alignment. You're not feeling, how I can say this, is that you may be noticing or recognizing that you're not in your vibrational alignment because things, no matter how much you're making, or something's not feeling right here for you, Gemini. So it's time for you to take change and realize all of the options. 7 of Cups can also talk about illusions, and the things that we're focusing on in life are actually an illusion. They're not the things that we should necessarily be focusing on maybe for longer periods of time if they're not really a reality or a long-term healthy reality. All right, Gemini, I want to wish you guys a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for your likes, your shares, and comments. I will see you guys soon. Take care.